The New York Giants and why they have a shot at picking it the number one overall pick in the 2020 NFL draft. Here's a team that has been in that consideration the last couple of years. Last year they won. They were 5-11. They had that 6th overall pick. The year before that they had the 2nd overall pick, winning only 3 games. And their team has kind of gotten worse. And so for a 3rd straight year, they're in this consideration. Eli Manning, their Super Bowl winning quarterback, probably should have retired a couple years ago. He just hasn't played well. He's brought down this team. He's back again. They're going to give him a shot. But they also drafted Daniel Jones with that 6th overall pick. Way too early. I don't think you're going to find, and it's not Daniel Jones' fault, but I don't think you're going to find anybody out there that thought, oh, gosh, this was a great pick for the New York Giants. A lot of people have justified it, but it's still not a good pick. And the reason why I bring up Daniel Jones is, yes, the plan is for the Giants to redshirt Daniel Jones. They don't want to play him this year, and in all reality, they don't want to play him next year. But he's going to play this year because Eli Manning is going to struggle. The team is not going to be winning games, and they're going to say, we drafted this guy 6th overall, let's get him some experience. And he's going to go out and he's going to struggle. So, not only is you're not going to win with Eli Manning, you're not going to win games with Daniel Jones. They don't have a whole lot of weapons to throw the ball to. They had future Hall of Famer Odell Beckham Jr. on their roster, and they traded him away for the 17th overall pick and a bag of chips. Not really, but... And then they replaced him with Golden Tate. So now your receiving core, instead of being Odell Beckham Jr., Sterling Shepard, now you've got Golden Tate, Sterling Shepard, and Corey Lattimore. I mean, are you hoping Darius Slayton from Auburn is going to develop into a solid player? Are you hoping Corey Coleman, the former 15th overall pick, is going to be revitalized and live up to his potential? In essence, they've just got a lot of slot receivers. And, Evan Ingram is a solid, quality tight end, but he's not a difference maker. He's not a Travis Kelce. He's not a George Kittle type guy. He's kind of a mid-tier quality. He's a good starting tight end, but he's just kind of a middle-of-the-road guy. Now, I like what they did with their offensive line. Nate Solder, not what he was in New England, but he's still a solid starting left tackle. Will Hernandez, they drafted in the 2nd round. Kevin Zeitler, they traded for in that Olivier Vernon trade. They brought in Mike Remmers, who's, capable. And so this offensive line is improved because they're going to need to hand the ball to Saquon Barkley almost every play because Saquon Barkley is their best offensive weapon. They need to take the pressure off of Eli. They're going to pound the run, and hopefully Eli can hit some play-action passes because the receivers aren't good. Eli Manning's not good. Daniel Jones isn't good. Defensively, I just, once again, thought they got worse. Landon Collins is one of their better players. They let him just walk. They could have franchised him and maybe traded him. But they ended up just letting him walk. He goes to the Washington Redskins. They replaced him with Jabril Peppers, former 1st-round pick that the Cleveland Browns were just quick. Okay, oh yeah, go. We're fine with him leaving. So they lost him. With that 17th overall pick, they drafted Dexter Lawrence. He'll come in day one and be their starter at nose tackle. But he's a nose tackle. He's going to eat up space. Who's he going to eat up space for? Alec Ogletree, a quality linebacker, but he's not a difference maker. Okay? They don't really have a pass rush. Lorenzo Carter and Marcus Golden are their 2 edge rushers. And Marcus Golden's solid, but he's more of a rotational guy. He's a better 3rd pass rusher. Right? This is a team that finished 30th in sacks last year. They only had 30 total sacks as a team last year, and 7 of those were from Olivier Vernon, who's gone. B.J. Hill, basically one of their defensive ends in this 3-4 defense, had 5.5, and Lorenzo Carter had 4. They got to get, I know this is a Todd Bowles style 3-4 defense where they get a lot of blitzing in that, and Ogletree fits well with being able to blitz in that situation. Marcus Golden had experience in Arizona playing for James Betchner, but they don't have anyone that can go out and get the passer. They don't have a Chandler Jones. They had Olivier Vernon. He didn't fit with what they wanted to do, and they shipped him off. Secondary-wise, they've got some questions. They downgraded, as I said, at strong safety with Jabril Peppers when they had Landon Collins. Antoine Bethea is their free safety. He's over the hill. Janoris Jenkins is a quality cornerback, but he's limited. They drafted Sam Beal a couple years ago in the supplemental draft. He was hurt all last year, his rookie year. They're expecting him and DeAndre Baker to battle it out for the starting spot. DeAndre Baker was their first overall pick, or their one of their first round picks. Okay? So they've got some question marks with their secondary. Okay? Here's a team that's only won 8 games the last 2 years, and I feel like their roster has gotten worse. So I think, with the combination of the lack of weapons on offense, having a crappy quarterback situation, not really having any impact defensive players, there's a lot of holes on this roster, and that's the reason why I think, they've got a competitive division. Dallas Cowboys are a Super Bowl contender. The Philadelphia Eagles are a Super Bowl contender. Washington's much improved. That's a tough division, and I think they're going to struggle within that, not to mention going out and playing one of the rest of their schedule. So I think when you combine all those factors up, it's clear that the New York Giants, once again, are going to be flirting with that number 1 overall pick.